Let's see what I harvest in February in Central Florida. We get strawberries because they like our cold temperatures. We have peas because they are fine even when you go below freezing. You have a lot of different salads and any other greens. Your carrots probably will be ready by February, depends when you plant it. This one is planted way too late. Here is a nice size of carrot. Some greens might start to bloom even in February because in February we're starting to get 90s and even between 80 and 90s. You see, cilantro is blooming. I still have salad. There are some salads which are actually very bolt resistant. For example, this variety of salad, if I put that in full shade, it can get me salad until May. This is actually shaded area. This is north side of my vertical planters. And this is huge leaves actually of this is interesting plant actually. This is considered as a superfood by the way. I have a dill, I have some mustard. I don't have any tomatoes or peppers because they were hit very hard by our unexpected hard freeze in February. We got records. We got records here for any part of Florida. Lowest temperature for last 50 years. Here is my survived pepper plant and it has a lot of peppers on it. They are almost ready. You're still harvesting radishes. These radishes I selected to produce seeds for me and they're acting as a trap plant. You see all these holes? It's fine because I'm not getting anything. I wanna get seeds and plant for next year. I had a lot of varieties fishes and I can tell you next year I'm gonna plant only 2 varieties and the rest of the seeds I need to do, I don't know, discard them because they don't do very well here in Florida. Here is my tomato plants. They are starting to grow, flowering, but I do not expect anytime soon any tomatoes. And my watermelon plant survived actually. I harvested watermelon in January. Go and check my harvest video for January to see what I harvested in January. I harvested most of my harvest. Whatever I can harvest, I harvested before hard freeze in February. Depends on variety, you can harvest blueberries starting January, but this bush started to bloom in November before we even had our first cold front. And I have 6 varieties of blueberry and they started to bloom not on the same time by the way. So one bush started to bloom in November and then one by one starting on December they started to bloom because we had our first cold very early, somewhere in November. Very unexpectedly, that's the reason they started to bloom much earlier. But every single year you will have that blooming season. Depends on temperature. You'll get very nice kohlrabi. I have a lot of them and keep in mind leaves are, you can use leaves as for soup or any cooking because they're kind of cabbage leaves. So the whole thing is edible. Radishes really enjoy February temperatures because it's much higher. We have a lot of sun, they're getting nice, but not every single seed will actually produce bulb. Only some of them. You see? Not all of them, unfortunately. In case you want to know how to protect your plant from freezing temperatures, I have a guide. Go to Peanut Comment and check it out. I have a guide for easy growing plants as well, what I just showed to you. And one interesting point, actually, I like to grow watermelons even more. I planted so many right now because it's easy to protect them. I don't see any diseases, I don't see any cracking issues for them despite so many rains, and they tolerate shade. I grew my watermelons in full shade during summertime because I didn't have time to go and weed, and I have a lot of plants. So my watermelon plant was completely shaded by other plants, and still I got watermelon. It was so sweet and easy to protect because wine goes on ground level, and you just put any sheet, prop it, make sure it doesn't actually lie on top of leaves, and you're done. And I had very thin cotton fabric, that's it, because my goal was not really to protect that plant. I was just testing whatever you have on the ground level will survive. Here is my passion fruit wine, which survived without protection. We got hit around 2023 on ground level because it was shielded by her own leaves all around. And that trunk completely fine. And that branch which goes along ground level is fine too. Even this one which goes up almost like 2-3 feet high, and you see this is where it got hit on that point, but this is like 3.5 feet from ground level, so it shifts itself. That's a very cool plant. And actually I had even passion fruit on that plant when we got hit with freeze, and it started to drop all that fruits on the ground level. And first I thought they are not very ripe, but some of them actually were sweet, some of them were semi-sweet, because I think it was way too early by plant, because it got damaged. It naturally will drop all that crop. I harvested potato as well. I didn't do any video because my potatoes crop was really not good. And there is only one reason why I planted potatoes in 15-gallon pots, because my child likes to dig up anything from soil level. So I planted for that specific purpose, because when you get potato from grocery store, they don't really grow that well, because they got some chemicals on them. And I think I tried different seeds. Some of them were much better than others, but they were small size, and I didn't protect them from freeze. I put them next to my house, but it was not enough, because apparently what we forecasted was not what we got, because we got much colder. And if anyone will tell you just grow what grows in your zone, they are not very right, because Florida climate has some uniqueness, because we got from 80 to 90 degrees to hard freeze. And if your plants and trees actively growing, anything below freezing will hurt them very bad, because people got mulberry blooming. So mulberry wake up on different rates. Some of them will come much earlier than others. Some of them will be dormant. Figs can be vegetative too, and that's hurting them. Look at this fig. Some branches are alive, and this branch completely dead. It's dead because it didn't survive that freezing temperature. This one is not really thick branches. That branch much thicker, so those survived, but these twigs, they didn't make it. So be careful with advices like grow what grows in you, so because maybe they don't have enough experience. I grow plants for 30+ years, and I grew up in cold climate, in winter snow. I know how to protect, and my problem was forecast was not what we got, because forecast was 29 Fahrenheit, but we got hit with 20. That's a huge difference in terms of how you protect your trees, and what you can do, and what you can lose. That's the reason now I have sensors on my yard. I can't rely on forecast, and by the way, in case you didn't know, forecast is actually about temperatures on 6 feet high from ground. On the ground you will have less temperature. The difference around 10 degrees. Just check it out. All these sensors are so inexpensive right now. I got stationed with 3 sensors, so I put them in 3 different locations, and I know which part of my yard much warmer than other, and I have completely intact plants only because like simple protection works very well, because temperature didn't go that low. Here is the proof. Right protection, right temperature works very well. Completely fine mango tree is blooming. It didn't have any damage, maybe couple of leaves. Another mango is completely fine, it's blooming. And another one. They were all protected with no heat source. Once again, go and check out all my guides, and make sure you see my March harvest videos and January harvest videos, and see you soon.